Ladies and gents, welcome back to the Burton Albion Road to Glory here on the TSR YouTube channel. It is time for episode number 2 of season number 5. If you haven't seen the start of season number 1, go and check that video out. Thank you for all the kind words and support over there. I really do appreciate it. Also, make sure you do subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already. It's absolutely free. Help us on our road to 600. Also, the links to the Twitch and Discord are down below. The Discord server is where we decide the future of the save and the saves going forward, so make sure you're in the Discord sooner rather than later for that. As you can see on screen, we've only played one game of season number 5. It was a 4-1 victory over Wolves. So we'll have a little look at the plan for today. Of course, the January transfer window is still open. We will touch on that in just a second. But let's have a look at the 5 games we will bring you today. It's going to be Newcastle away before Sunderland in the Carabao Cup. It's Ipswich at home in the Premier League, Tottenham away, and Bournemouth at home. They are your 5 games. As always, we'll play 3, simulate 2, and that will see us finish episode 2 off. If you have already seen the first episode, you know we're a little bit strapped for cash and we're a little bit strapped for player depth. I think I'm going to have to make the decision to sell Charlie Webster to bring some cash so we can loan somebody, because currently we do not have a single penny to spend. I don't really want to do it. I've really enjoyed Charlie Webster being in the squad, but I think unfortunately it is time to put him on the transfer list and try and see if we can bring in some money. Brannigan's going to come off the transfer list. I can't afford to replace him. It does mean Waters is still there. He can get some game time. He's 70 rate. He's looking good. And on the right-hand side, we are going to have to just back Vogel and Barnett to be our 2 men. One holding central midfield player or a striker is what we need. We have no backup striker as it stands and nobody that can really play there if somebody gets injured. So we're a little bit mudded in that area. So hopefully we can get 1, maybe 2 loans in. But I think that's going to be the only business we do. If a big offer comes in for Mikey Moore, we will have to consider it. He is our best player. He is our superstar. But that £65 million or roundabout fee would absolutely transform our squad. But we'll put the transfer business behind us. It is time for Burton Albion against Newcastle, our first away game of season number 5. And we're praying that we get off to a good start of the season. We can stop worrying about the squad and we can build on something special yet again. Welcome to St James's Park for the start of episode number 2. Newcastle United will get us underway in a damp, dreary evening in the month of August. Typical British summer weather has hit us as we're going to take on Newcastle United here and just looking to kickstart and really make an impact at the start of this season. It's not going to be easy. Again, I'm not thrilled with the squad. We have accepted an offer for Charlie Webster for £2.5 million. I think he will be leaving as we're looking to make a bright start here as Mikey Moore loses the ball. It is going to go back to Leonard, though, and Leonard's going to switch it to Brannigan, who will now be staying at the club. Yes, it's going to try and find Vogel. Does find Vogel. Does he? No, he doesn't. Newcastle will clear. Mikey Moore beats his man, does really well. Tricky little customer, as always, and Mikey Moore's now into the box, and he's going to try and square it back. Can he find Arconte? Does find Arconte. Conte on his right foot. Arconte shoots. It's a really good save from Vowles in the Newcastle United goal. First threat. Brilliant from Mikey Moore. That's why he's so important to everything we do. He is such a good young player. Ball comes into the box, tries to find the head of Aina Khan. Humphreys will look to try and reset this to Brannigan. Does reset to Brannigan. Brannigan shoots, but it's just over the top of the bar. Isak to Gavi. Goes out wide. This time to Christian Pulisic. Back to Alexander Isak. Can we get a block here? We do get a block in Pereira, the big block. The new centre-half, and Kippers with a massive save. The lad on loan from Brentford saves up Blush's first time. Newcastle have really threatened the Burton Albion goal in this first half. And it was good defending from the Brewers in the end. Mikey Moore skips the challenge like a prime hurdler. We'll go inside to Brannigan. Brannigan's now going to look for the run of Arconte. Arconte's there. He's going to play one more to Boving. Boving's going to shoot from distance. Good save again from Vowles. Arconte in this new role means he probably won't score as many goals because we're using Arconte as the target man. Mikey Moore now can't find Boving. Newcastle again will clear their lines and now try and come immediately up the other end. Alexander Isak skips past this man, plays out wide to Christian Pulisic. And Christian Pulisic will play this back inside, goes back to Christian Pulisic. He's in on goal here, and Aina comes across, and Aina does absolutely brilliantly to beat his man. But Christian Pulisic has battered it back again. Bit sloppy from Aina. Enzo into Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon's there, and Anthony Gordon scores. It's poor defending from the Brewers. Aina should have cleared his lines. He didn't. And Anthony Gordon has pounced on the opportunity to take the lead for Newcastle United and has done just that. Sloppy from us again. Evers of last season just creeping in. We need to be better than that against sides like Newcastle. But it is Newcastle who lead. Does really, really well. Really liking the look of Pereira. I think he's a brilliant, brilliant signing. Well worth the money we've paid. Arconte now will go back to Mikey Moore. Mikey Moore's made a run down the left-hand side, as he always does. And he can just try and drive into the box and use the pace he's got. He is going to cut it back now. One more to Willie Boving. Boving's got absolutely nowhere to go. He's going to go back out wide to Aina, and Aina can now just try and drive into the box. Again, he's got nowhere to ball. Ball comes in. It's Mikey Moore. Goes all the way back to Roman Guest. Roman Guest going to have a shot from distance. And that will probably do us for the first half. Newcastle will go in 1-0 up. We've arguably been the better side, but Newcastle have just been that bit more clinical. Boving. Start the second half again, just coming deep for Arconte. And Arconte's made a brilliant run, has kept onside. Has Arconte got the pace? I don't know whether he has. He does have the pace, and he shoots and he scores! 3 goals in 2 games for Arconte, and he is flourishing in this new partnership with Boving in Boving's new role. It is allowing the freedom for Arconte to use his pace. I didn't think he quite had it, but he had the strength to hold off the Newcastle centre-half. Just bullied him off the ball. You see there, that just uses his left arm. Number 3's having a little tug at his shirt, but Arconte's strong and powerful enough, powers into the top left-hand corner. We're back on level terms. Goes down the line. Aina's now slightly out of position. Looking a little bit leggy after marking Christian Pulisic for large parts of this game. And Christian Pulisic just skipping onto his left foot, shoots. What a goal that would have been. Kippers with a massive, massive save to deny him. Oh, Vogel wears a late one there, and referee waves play on and does really well, actually. And Boving now can look to cut inside. Boving does cut inside. He finds Brannigan on the overlap. Stopped the run at the wrong time. The referee will come back for that foul on Vogel. We will actually make our first substitution with 63 minutes on the clock. Aina, your day is done. Vogel's actually now got an injury, and that is an absolute horror show. We do not want to see that. We really don't have the depth to be getting injured. I am going to take him off straight away. I don't care how serious it is. We need him off the pitch. We can't run the risk of that being made worse. Oh, a chance now for Pulisic again, who's absolutely run us ragged down this left-hand side. We'll go back to Alexander Isak, and Isak's missed. Oh, Eddie Howe on the touchline. Can't believe it. Neither can the bench. How has he missed? Just had to hit the target. Luckily, it's still 1-0. This is a brilliant game of football. We've still got 10 minutes to go here. Either side could snatch this. Looks from around the Barnett. Barnett might try and find Roman Guest inside. Does find Roman Guest inside. Does he? Yes, he does. Guest is still there. Boving's there. Boving's going to turn. Try and shoot. Referee penalty. No. Too soft in the end. And I think that will do us. It's a really good game of football. A draw is probably a fair result in the end. A point away from Newcastle is never a bad result, especially early in the season. Try and keep this unbeaten run going for as long as possible. Eddie Howe looks on what might have been from that Alexander Isak chance, but an okay performance from us. Not too bad on the road. It finishes Newcastle 1, Burton 1. An absolute disaster. Yannick Vogel has suffered a broken toe and will be out for 3 months. It now means Nicholas Barnett is our starting right winger, or Fernandez. And we cannot catch a break at the minute. We are going to have to fix this, but it's going from bad to worse. It really is. And I don't want it to sound like too much of a disaster, but at this stage, it really is feeling like a disaster. Barnett will come in and take that space, but God, it's not looking good. Bit of a bittersweet, this one. Charlie Webster leaves the Brewers after full 4 seasons with us, and I didn't really want to do it, but it was the only way we were going to be able to get 1, maybe 2 loan signings in, so unfortunately that is the end of the road for Charlie Webster, but he's been a brilliant servant to the club. 2.5 million in the bank. We're going to go in for the loan signing of a youngster called Nicholas Haas from Dortmund, 78 rated, 20 years old. We're just going to try and get him on a 1-year deal and hope that the wage split is fine. I don't know what wages he's on. Okay, his wages on that. So let's try and do that, which would hopefully free up enough budget. We'll take that. Okay, we should have a new central midfielder in. Now the question is, do we go for a winger? Because he can play left mid as well, which means he probably can play right mid realistically. And then we need to look for probably for a striker. So we will simulate the game against Sunderland because the EFL trophy is not on our objectives. We will simulate that as the squad we're going to go for. We have rotated a little bit just to try and get some fresh legs in there. Fingers crossed, get the job done. Be nice to progress in the cup, but it's not a must. It is a 2-1 defeat. Sunderland landed with the goal for us on 88 minutes. Nothing more than a consolation, and the ratings across the board were pretty horrible apart from Leonard. So out of the EFL Cup, but with the size of the squad we've got, the least games the better, so it's not a bad thing. We have our new signing. Our new central midfield player is in, and I feel like this is a massive one for us to get across the line. We will, of course, be looking to bring in at least 1 more loan signing. I'm not sure what the limit on loan players is. This would obviously be 2. Hopefully, we could definitely get 3, and if we can get 4, ideal. But our new central midfielder from Dortmund is in the door. Another loan signing then, Santiago Serrano is the next man we are going to look at. Right midfielder, 19 years old. We can maybe look to use him up top as well if we need to. 76 rated, 1-year deal again. Hopefully The wage split isn't too crazy. He's not on massive wages at the minute, so we'll try and go for a 35 split. See if they'll accept that. They don't. They want 60-40. We'll counter that with a 50-50. And again, that should be the right side then covered for at least like the next 3 months. And again, we can maybe try and use him up top and see how that works if we need to. Welcome to the Pirate. Then game number 2. And our new signing, Pass, in the middle, is in the squad. Also a familiar face on the away team, Martin Winkler, starting for Ipswich, of course. We sold him to. So an old face coming back to play against us. Tarnas, of course, a former Burton Albion player. So 2 ex-Burton Albion players playing against us in this game. And we're looking to hopefully make that not count as Ipswich take the lead. Sloppy from us again. I just don't know what we're doing defensively at the minute, but he just skipped through. Nothing the keeper can do. And that's the 3rd game in a row now. We've gone 1-0 down in the Premier League as Pellegrini gets the opening goal for Ipswich. It's Burton 0, Ipswich 1. Kimore down the left-hand side now as we look to make an instant reply. Finds Boving. Boving goes one more to Brannigan. Shoots goal! A massive, massive moment as we instantly equalise. As Brannigan drops the gritty. And I thought Haas was playing, but maybe the change didn't happen because Brannigan had started. He was the player that was supposed to be on the bench for this game, but it doesn't matter. Brannigan pulls us back level. Wonderful from Mikey Moore, wonderful from Boving. And instantly we reply, but we've got to stop going down 1-0 in games. Burton 1, Ipswich 1. Ipswich coming forward yet again as Aina's coming across, and that is absolutely sensational from our left back. Absolutely brilliant signing. He's genuinely one of my favourite signings. His guest now goes inside, plays a lovely 1-2. Boving links up with Barnett, and Barnett can now use his pace and drive into the Ipswich town box. We'll look to square it back. It's Brannigan again! Oh, I thought he was going to score again. He's barely ever scored for us, and Peters makes a massive save with an angry look on our face on the touchline. Mikey Moore will put this ball into the box and try and find a Burton Albion head, and we can't. It'll fall to Roman Guest. Roman Guest will play it down. Falls to Boving! No, Peters with a comfortable save. Oh, brilliant from Guest, and sensational turn from Arconte. Arconte may be in here. Arconte may be in, surely for a 4th. It is! 4 goals in 3 games. Arconte is in sensational form at the start of this Premier League season and is showing exactly why we put our faith in that man. That is a wonderful goal. Guest, he's not the biggest in the world, but wins their header, which feeds Arconte. Arconte spins his man, just drives into the box, thinks about going to Boving, doesn't need to, fires it across the keeper from 1-0 down, we're 2-1 up. Second half underway. After a slow start yet again, we find ourselves the lead. Ipswich just kind of went into their show a little bit after they scored that goal. And if they do that all season long, they will be struggling yet again as Arconte looks to find Mikey Moore. And we're just looking to get into a rhythm here. Mikey Moore's trying to drive into the box and squares it back, and Mikey Moore's still there, and Arconte's there, and Arconte's going to go to Boving, and Boving's going to shoot, and Boving is going to score. You can't keep him quiet for too long. He scored on the opening day of the season, and he scores on the 3rd day of the season. And it's the link, that special partnership between Moore, Arconte, and Boving is something truly unique. And it's something we need to savour, because I don't know how much longer we'll be able to keep it with all the interest we have for these players. And that should be the game to bed. Ipswich have absolutely capitulated. It's Burton 3, Ipswich 1. Boving goes out wide to Aina, who's made a good run. He'll just look to go inside to Mikey Moore. Does go inside to Mikey Moore. Mikey Moore is going to go to Arconte. And Arconte may get a little bit lucky, doesn't. Peters thinks about coming for the ball. And we'll go for a goal kick. We are going to make some substitutions at this stage of the game. Aina's going to come off. We're going to bring on Bueno. I'm also going to get Mikey Moore off. He's played a lot of football recently, and I've got to keep him fresh. And we'll also bring on Waters for Brannigan. It's a really late challenge again from an Ipswich player. A lot of aggression again. Typically, when we've got a school squad, some of the tackles being put in are absolutely crunches. And it will just be a yellow card for Ben Johnson. Hopefully, Fernandez gets up from that, and it looks like he has. We'll play this short to Pereira. Pereira's going to switch the play out right to Roman Guest, and Roman Guest is going to look for the run of Nicholas Bennett and finds Nicholas Bennett. Nicholas Bennett's going to try and put the ball into the box to Arconte. Conte can't rise high, falls back to Fernandez. Going to fall back. Oh, what a goal, Willie Boving. I didn't quite know who it was on the edge of the box, but it was Willie Boving, and as soon as it was that man, it was always destined for the top corner. We are scoring 4 again for the second time in a Premier League game this season, and the second time at home. Willie Boving gets the second of the game, and it's a wonderful finish. That's game, set, and match. Thank you very much. 3 points. Fernandez into Arconte. Arconte into Boving. Boving just have a pop from distance, get a little bit of a block, and Tosin manages to clear. A couple of minutes left in this game. Maybe one last attack to just put the final nail in the coffin. Ortiz does really well. Guess we'll try and get the ball back. But a good performance. Again, we can't keep going 1-0 down against because eventually it will cost us. And we've been lucky that in the games we have done against Wolves and Ipswich, we bounced back in style by scoring 8 goals in reply, and against Newcastle, got a valuable point. But we can't keep doing it. We need to cut that out sooner rather than later and start dominating games and showing up from minute number 1 as the referee will look at his whistle, blow the whistle. But it is another 3 points. It's 7 from 9 to start the season, and we are still unbeaten. And we'll absolutely take that. A good performance all round. I'm pretty happy with that. No injuries, thankfully. We should have a couple of new players coming into the squad for match day number 4. The loan signing of Serrano is in then from Hoffenheim. A 12-month loan deal for Santiago Serrano comes into the squad. Again, it's a little bit more depth. It's exactly what we need. So we're just going to have a little look at the squad now, just before deadline day, to see if maybe if we need one more player. On paper, that is looking a lot better. High 70s across the board. Aina actually the weakest player in that squad now, but he doesn't feel like a 75 rep player, I can assure you that. It's really now, do we get the backup striker? Do we see if we can get a loan signing in? We can't afford to sign anybody. We just have no backup up here. Or we look to just use someone like, Barnett and just stick him up top and hope it works. I'm not sure whether we've got many options for a loan, so we may have to stick with what we've got. It's not the perfect sign, but we are going to go for a bit of Premier League experience in Adam Armstrong, 31 years old. He's a 75 rated player. If I could get him in for a season, it might not be the worst bit of business. He will do a job. He'll be able to sit on the bench. And again, I can't really offer much in the way of wages, so his wages might be too high here. I'm going to try and go for 30% and see if they accept it. They want 60-40. I can't do that. I can go to 45 and that is it. Okay, they'll accept it. We should get that last player in before deadline day, and that will be the squad confirmed. Welcome to the third and final game that we will play in this one. Of course, we've got one simulation to go. We've got some new players to have a look at, and hoping for some more good fortune. We're just looking to start this game a little bit better than we have done recently. Aina's made a wonderful run here, and Aina is onside. Aina is definitely onside, but Radu comes across. He looks quick. He looks powerful. Clears the ball. But yeah, just hoping for a positive result here to keep the momentum going at the start of this season. But with a couple of new faces in the squad, it may take some time for them to gel. Mikey Moore does brilliantly again against his former club, of course. We'll just keep driving down this left-hand side. And look at the way he just shrugs off his man. We'll look to cut back inside now. Tries to find our Conte. Does find our Conte. Conte's going to twist, turn, shoots, but going to be deflected. Serrano might be able to win it. No, doesn't. Haas, the new man, on the edge of the box, finds Mikey Moore. Mikey Moore shoots and goes for a handball, but that is going to go behind for a Burton Albion corner. Mikey Moore will swing this ball into the box. Look for the header, Roman Guest, but can't. It's going to fall back to Willie Boving, and Boving's going to go one more to Humphreys. Humphreys inside to our Conte. Our Conte shoots. No, falls back to Humphreys. Can we get it off Boving? No, we can't. Just for a second there, I thought we were going to get a little bit of luck go our way. Serrano now down this right-hand side, just trying to make something happen. And fall to Haas. Haas, one more to Leonard. Mark Leonard shoots from distance. Good save from Restes in the Tottenham goal. This is really good from us, though. Really positive football from the Brewers. Moore's going to look for Aina, and he will find Aina. Of course he does. And Aina can now drive into the box and doing what he does best. We'll try and scrape it back to Willie Boving. Goal! We lead at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And it's that man, Willie Boving. Aina has been absolutely brilliant in this game. The amount of runs he just makes down that left-hand side, he makes it look so effortless. At the age of 31, has still got that yard of pace he needs. Pulls the ball back. Could have gone to our Conte. Goes to Boving. Boving takes a shot outside of his boot. Dinks it into the corner. We lead 1-0. Chance for Tottenham to go forward. Tell shoots. Brilliant save from Kippers. First sign Tottenham have thrown our way, and we've managed to respond. And again, now Aina can look to come forward, and Mikey will eventually make that run. Does make the run, but yeah, Aina can't get there. We get a little bit lucky, though. Mikey Moore picks up the ball, spreads the play to Roman. Gets a little bit of a hospital pass. Haas now finds Serrano. Serrano will go inside. He'll find Mikey Moore, and Mikey Moore will look for that run of Aina, and Aina is there yet again, and Aina's now driving into the box, pulls it back to Mikey Moore. Mikey Moore's going to try and turn his man. Does turn his man. Shoot right-footed. Can we get the rebound? No, the keeper gets it, and that will do us for half. Best 45 minutes of football we put in the first half so far. We haven't gone 1-0 down. That's the key, and we've got a vital one-goal lead going into half-time. Much of the better two sides. Only real chance for Tottenham was held towards the end of the half, but Kippers was up to the challenge, and we lead at the break. Tottenham with a bit of luck. Maddison now. We'll try and find Tell, I'm sure. Humphreys comes across. Brilliant from Humphreys. And now we can look to counter-attack as Boving finds our content. Our content's going to look for the run more and finds Mikey Moore. And Mikey Moore has got a little bit of space now. Can we get something magical from Mikey Moore? He's going to skip onto his right foot. Brilliant save again from Ristes, who keeps Tottenham in the game. Mikey Moore probably should do better. You fancy him to score there. He did all the hard work. Oh, no. Tails in. Kipper's got to come out. Kippers does come out. Can we get the ball out? No, we can't. Ain is caught napping. Tails in again. Kipper saves again. Madison heads it in. Oh, it's so sloppy from us. We've gifted Tottenham a goal out of absolutely nothing. Kippers with 2 brilliant saves, but ball straight back to Madison. Just couldn't clear our lines. Just so poor. Madison reacts quickest, and somehow Tottenham are level. Oh, Tottenham are coming forward again here. They've got another chance, and in the space of 3 minutes, somehow we are losing this game of football. We have absolutely capitulated at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It's the opposite of what we've done in the opening few games of the season, where we've been so strong. But Dembele scores. Teo and Dembele linking up rather well. Stays on side. Nothing Kippers could do that time. What are we doing? Oh, Tottenham in again here. Tails in again. That's going to be a penalty. Van Dijk, who's just come on the pitch, has given away a penalty. We don't concede many penalties. It might be one of the first we have, but that is an absolute disaster stroke. And again, I'm not quite sure how we're losing this game. Can Kippers keep us in the game? Tail steps up, shoots 3-1. That will be game over. Sloppy from us. Tottenham have been clinical. We've been poor in this second half. We really have. In a game that we shouldn't be losing, we are. And the first cracks have appeared. It's one of them. Sometimes you don't get the luck you need. It's Tottenham 3, Burton 1. Into additional time then. We are going to fall to our first defeat of the season as Barnett and Boving are linking up and just trying to save a little bit of face as Adam Armstrong's in on goal, and Adam Armstrong could get his first goal for the club. Does! That's a consolation, if nothing else, but now I'll give him a confidence boost. It's a really nice goal, actually. Makes that penalty even more annoying that we give away. It will be nothing more than a consolation with just a minute left on the clock, but a wonderful finish from Adam Armstrong and just a little bit of a burst of pace and fires into the top left-hand corner. That's a promising sign. But I think that will be all she wrote. This one's the referee, I'm sure, will probably blow whistle. Tottenham will take a couple of touches and that will be the end of that. And the referee does blow the full-time whistle. Our first defeat of the season has come to the hands of Tottenham. A game we should never have lost. We really should have been home and dry. We missed a glorious opportunity through Mikey Moore to make it 2-0. And then in the space of a couple of minutes, we absolutely capitulated. And then a penalty gave Tottenham their third. It does finish Tottenham 3, Burton 2. So this will be our first Premier League sim of the season. Again, this is where, there's nothing we can do about the sims. We play the safe in the way we do, but we got so unlucky in so many of these. Hopefully, there could be a bit kinder to us this year. That's the side we're going to go with. That's our full strength lineup, apart from, of course, the injury on the right-hand side. But that is what we're going for. And hopefully, we just have 3 points at home. 3 points. It is not. It is another 2-1 defeat in a sim. We had it against London. We've had it here. Anthony with the goal. Leonard gets his first goal, and Okafor got their goal. So it is a 2-1 defeat, back-to-back defeats after going 3 straight in the league. So a little wrap up of the start of the season. Liverpool lead the way. They're on 12 points. So are Man City. So are Bournemouth. They're absolutely flying. Tottenham in 4th on 11. We are currently down in 9th. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at this stage of the season. Again, it would be nice to have not lost that Tottenham game, but we've got points on the board, and that's all that matters. Arsenal and Man United struggling at the start of the season. Everton, Southampton and Leicester at the bottom. One thing we did forget to look at was some transfers as well. Schaefer, a regen player in the game, £171 million to Barcelona. Valverde's gone to PSG from Manchester City, 138. Vitina gone to Milano FC at 114 million. Koundé has gone to Inter, 101 million. Declan Rice has gone to Liverpool for 86 million pounds. Canate to Dortmund for 61. Livramento has gone to Liverpool. Liverpool spending some serious money this season. So clearly looking to be the pace setters in season number 5. And this is what it looks like for episode number 3. The fixtures have been drawn for the Europa League. First time in the Europa League as a club will be Galatasaray first up, and then it's going to be Fulham away, and then away to, I think that's Lazio in the game for game number 3. It is then going to be Burnley at home before Palace away. So excited to get into the into the Europa League in season number 5. First time, of course, we played in this competition. So it'd be interesting to see how we get on. But as always, thank you for showing the love and support on the channel. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. And I will see you on Monday for episode number 3.